That's Noah Gevais, and I'm Leo. Noah Caldwell Gevais is one of the most unique gaming YouTubers, if not one of the most unique YouTubers in general on the platformer. He makes videos discussing games, but he does it in a number of ways that are not only unique, but very, very good relative to the rest of the pantheon of video game YouTubers. He's somewhat adjacent to Jacob Geller, for example, and at the opposite end of the spectrum from, say, brain rot entertainment like Maxor. The one advantage that Noah Caldwell Gevais, or the one aspect of his content that sets him apart, especially apart, is the quality of the writing. Noah is a capital J journalist, even going so far as to produce articles for Polygon in 2016 and 2017, but he started his YouTube channel in, I believe, 2015. I could be mistaken. It's been, his oldest video is 12 years old, and it's right behind me. It's his video on the Fallout retrospective, and which he has since remade after the release of Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. His writing is phenomenal. His prose is great, and I know I'm just kind of, there's a reason this video is what it's called, but he's excellent. The writing is unmatched. Nothing compares. And his voice is similarly deep and soothing, like an old-timey bass, or it is deep and soothing, but it has the same kind of pitch and tone and finality that an old-timey baseball announcer does, which is great. He's also one of the YouTubers that you can easily fall asleep to with videos that are many hours long, and that is the highest praise that I think many content creators can have, that even though it might not sound like it, I think it's hard to explain how that is such a compliment, and I can understand how some might take it as an insult. He is the best of them. It is pure voice, other than the cute intros that he does, where he'll do something creative with a title card, and it's hand-filled. It's interesting. It's unique. You don't see it very often. It's so tactile. Many of his videos have this, it's very personal, all of his stuff. And that's refreshing in a lot of ways. He has produced about 10 videos a year over the past 12 years, for a total of 95 listed videos and several that are unlisted, but you can still find them in a playlist that says they're unlisted, like the Fallout one. The Fallout one you normally can't access, or it's not. You have to search for it a little bit. 162 hours of content. You could play Elden Ring and its DLC at least 1.5 times in the amount of time it would take you to listen or watch all of this guy's content. That's impressive. I'm just putting that out there. That's a lot of stuff. And it's good stuff. None of it is, it's all unique. None of it's repeated. And it's fantastic. I know I'm being a little bit overly positive, so let's take it back a step and be a little bit negative. He's overtly political. And some people have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it, though, and I believe the reason for this is that he takes it back to the time, 15 years ago, when politics, or journalism and politics, the synergy between the two, was very polite and methodical for the most part, as opposed to now. And thus it is nostalgic to come and listen to someone who has such old school views on political analysis. Even if his politics are vehemently left-wing and liberal, there's nothing wrong with that. And it does go against the grain that many of the most vocal of gaming's critics currently have. Most critics are vehemently anti-woke, or at least the most popular ones. And he, whatever woke means or anti-woke means, but he's kind of in the opposite camp, and there's nothing wrong with that. He presents his arguments fairly rationally and politely. That may not hold up for you, but it certainly works for me. What else is there? He does videos that are retrospectives on entire franchises, which means that those discussions are completely and totally focused on that entire franchise and how each game stacks up against each other within the context. But when he does do individual focused videos on one game, or even one game or a part of a game like a DLC, it provides space for him to not only focus on the game in question specifically, but also to sort of provide the context. His style, as admitted by himself, is informed by his favorite travel writers, where he takes a sort of first-person perspective when writing, and then provides historical and other sorts of context surrounding it, which is very compelling and not at all what anything else I've seen in this market, in this space online is. And that's phenomenal. It's rare, and it's unique, and it's well done. It's always well executed. There is a charm to the cheapness, and it's not to say that they're poorly done or cheap at all. His first video is in 480p, and that was 12 years ago. Can't really fault him for that. My videos are only in 1080p, and the audio is awful because I'm filming on an iPhone that's 10 feet away from me, roughly. Yeah. But as a final comment on Mr. Noah Caldwell Gevais, your content's great. I love it. Stay political, but maybe try and play devil's advocate a little bit more. Try and understand where other people could come from. Your comments, now that I'm addressing you directly, your comments on Ghost Recon Wildlands are all accurate, I would largely say. I can't disagree with them, and I've not played much of that game. And so, integrating with thinking about the problems that the story has, like you do, is not something I have access to. But I agreed with most everything you said therein. What else? I have a bunch of notes here. They're not particularly compelling, and I've just kind of left them to the wayside. Probably just end this.